Alright, what's up y'all? This is a different video. I'm just gonna talk about college and life. It's a little, more personal video. So if you're here for like funny gaming stuff, obviously not the video. I'm not sure this. Okay, so I leave for college in 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks. No, 2 weeks. What's the day actually? I leave for college in about 2 weeks. And I'm not going super far. I'm not close to home, but I'm not too far. I'm still like I'm going across the country or anything, but it's still a big deal, obviously, because it's like the next step in life. It's like, I don't know, the first step to complete independence or something. I don't really know what it's gonna be like. Obviously, I'm going off of what I've seen in like TV and movies and what I've heard from people say, whatever. But no, this is obviously a big deal. I'm just gonna start this video. Before I kind of start not ranting, let me pull it back a little bit. You're probably wondering, what is this video? This is a checkpoint, kind of like a life checkpoint. It's just something, hopefully, that I can look back on and be like, oh, this is my mindset at that exact time. And it's also, hopefully, a checkpoint or just a cool little, I don't know, experience for y'all. If you are going through the same thing, or if you haven't yet and you're wondering what it's gonna be like, a transition from high school to college and moving away from home. Hopefully this is a good video for you. I can't confirm that, obviously, because I don't even know what it's gonna be like. But this is, I'm thinking of it like a time capsule, because I'm never gonna be in this moment again of like being right at the doorstep of like independence and going away from home. I'm never gonna be in this position again. Even if I leave again way later and after my 4 years, I decide I wanna go back to college, it's not gonna be the same because I would have already lived away for 4 years, right? So, I don't know, it's a very unique time and unique experience. Unique probably isn't the right word because a lot of people go through it, but I think that's why it's such a unique thing, or it's such a, I think that's why it's such like an interesting, I guess, time in life, because everybody's going through such a similar process of going off to college and leaving home. Not everyone, but a lot of people. But everyone's experience is so vastly different. I think that's like really interesting. I don't know. Also, you messed with the double camera, right? I saw it from YouTuber Oompaville. I straight just stole that concept from you. I straight up just, I was really inspired by that man because he has some cool stuff. Anyway, y'all don't care about that. Okay, so 2 weeks. Let's make like a little brief checklist thing of things I want to go over. So 1, we got roommates. 2, we got leaving home. 3, we got friends. And 4, finally, we have, I'm gonna say, just life in general. All right, so first with roommates. I lucked out, man. I was praying that I would have some good roommates because I didn't know anyone going to my school. I guess I can still say that. I'm familiar with some people on social media and we've talked through like DMs and stuff, but I still don't know anyone. But I got lucky and it was probably a week before the deadline to find a roommate. And I was like, dang, I still have a roommate. Like, should I find one or should I just let them randomly assign me one? Because I had some friends who had already gotten the roommates at the time, and they were, some had been assigned randomly, and they were like, just hoping for the best. And others had met theirs like online through Instagram or through Snap. And I know 2 of my friends actually met up with them and kind of went on a little excursion together. So they kind of had like a little bonding. It was cool. Like, it was cool to hear. And I was thinking like dang, like, am I gonna have to just hope for the best like most of my friends are? Thankfully, Instagram has this thing called notes, right? I got notes. So when you open the DMs, it's like that thing at the top. And I saw this one guy we were mutuals from the school we're going to, and he seemed cool from like the little bit of social media presence I had seen from him. like his post, his story post, whatever. And we had DM'd like a little bit back and forth about, I think at the time, like the finals were going on. It was like right after the finals or something, so some basketball stuff. And he was like, dang, I should have my roommate, or like should I have a roommate or something like that? No, he said like, is it too late to ask for a roommate? Something along those lines. And I was like, bro, are you serious? Like, that is me too. So I you know what I mean, swallow my pride for a moment, because I don't love reaching out to people like that. I'm kind of more, you know what I mean, I'm more drawn back. I'm more like, I don't know how to describe it. And I DM'd him, I was like, yo, you trying to be roommates? Like, I don't have a roommate either. Like, we got similar interests, it looks like, so, you know what I'm saying, let's do that. And we're roommates now. He also had found another pair, because how my school works, you have like 2 pairs that share a bathroom, and so it's not like a communal bathroom with the whole floor. It's like 2 pairs of roommates share a bath. It's when I tell people that, they say it's a good thing. So I don't know how dire the potty situations are at other colleges, but I'm blessed because only 4 people to a single bathroom. That sounds awesome to me. All right, so got my roommates. Next thing, moving away from home. Dude. Okay, so. Okay, how do I even start this? So I used to cry thinking about leaving home. Even before I was in high school, I would think about like Andy from Toy Story 3. I would think like, wow, he had to just move, and he had to sell half of his stuff and bring the rest with him to college, and then he was gone. Like life, like he never. In my child brain, I just assumed that they would never come back. Like once they were off to college, they would never come back. And obviously, as I got older, I realized like you don't even have to go to college, and you could still also go to college and stay home. There's a lot of options. I think the biggest thing for me when I was growing up, a minute ago, like probably 8, it wasn't recently I figured this out. But when you go off to college, you can come back. Like, it's not like you're barred from coming home. Like, you still have winter break, summer break, Thanksgiving. You have all these breaks you can come back home for. I know not everyone does it, but I'm doing it. You think I'm not coming back to see the fam? Like, come on. And my friends, too. Because my friends are doing probably the same thing, and I don't want to jump the gun. That's the next segment is friends, but yeah. So leaving home is like, it's sad, but also like my stuff is still gonna be in here. He's still gonna be in here, and hold on. I'm gonna jump the gun a little bit because he's a friend. Little homie Chewy. I'm sorry. Am I talking too loud? I'm sorry, bro. He don't like me. I'm home alone right now. That's why I'm making the video, so I can be kind of loud. He don't like that though. Someone brought it up to me. Someone somebody brought up my dog, and we were talking about Chewy, and then she said, "How are you gonna feel when you don't see him for like the whole first semester?" Like, I mean, basically, like, how are you gonna feel when you're away from him? And I never thought about that. Like, I will not see Chewy in person for like 5 months. No, hold on. August, September, October, 3. I'll come back during November. Actually, it's not too bad. But still, it's like multiple months. And I would see this guy every single day of my life. Probably tens, if not hundreds of times a day. And it's so weird because, I know it's weird because when we went on vacation earlier this summer, we couldn't bring him to the place we went. So we had to give him to a friend to babysit, to dog sit for a week and a half. And that was so painful. Like, not being with him, with my dog, like that hurt. And it actually hurts more than being away from people. I can say that confidently, because with people, you could still see them on social media. You could still text them. You could still call them, FaceTime them. You can't do that with a dog. You could see pictures of them, get sent to you on iMessage or something, but it's not the same, right? And that's also kind of like weird. Like that's like jacked up. You're sending me, that's like dangling a fruit over my head. I'm going up to reach it, which I could reach no problem because I'm like 8 feet tall. But anyway, for the sake of the analogy, that's like dangling a cherry over a starving man. Did I just make up and... Okay, that was a dupe, boop, okay. You know what I'm saying? One thing you should learn when you're on doing that, no, oh my gosh. Yo, what is happening? I can't speak. One thing I'm learning after being out of senior year and going into college, my brain is mush a lot of the time. Probably because I'm not getting a lot of sleep. Probably. Anyway, let's get back to the moving away from home. Which actually, that's funny how that tied in, actually, to the moving away from home thing. What else? Yeah, my stuff. My stuff is gonna stay here. I'm taking some things like my PlayStation, which is right here off camera, my monitor, which is behind you, and I think I'm gonna take my Switch too. But that's like, I'm thinking about that. How am I gonna move this stuff? I don't know how I'm gonna move this stuff, seriously. I mean, like transport it, because like the PS5, maybe I could put it back in the box, but the monitor, like I don't want to damage that, so I might just have to put it in the back seat. Oh my gosh, one thing I'm not gonna miss is this squeaky chair. It's not even squeaky, it's like cracks. And I think I figured it out one day, but I never remembered what it was. Anyway, I'm getting carried away. Okay, so yeah, I moved them home. I'm obviously gonna miss my family. That I think is gonna hit me the move-in day. But I'm trying to, I think if I moved in like right after my senior year ended, I would be such a mess. But it's because I've been thinking about it and it's been on my mind for like 2-3 months now. Like seriously on the forefront of my mind, that it's like that emotional like pull, that drag has just like kind of lessened over time. So it's not as bad. It's like I'm gonna cry, but it's gonna be a lot sadder I think for my mom and my dad and hopefully my sister. Because I mean it's gonna be like an empty, okay, hold on, I almost just started crying right there. Okay, it's gonna be like an empty section of the home, but like not really, because my stuff's still here, which honestly might make it worse, because it's like, where did he go? I'm rambling, man. I'm just so excited for college. I think it kind of like thwarts the anxiety and like the grief I might feel. And I realized that was the case when my senior year ended and we had all this final like stuff with the senior class, and I didn't cry. I almost cried a couple times, like the night of our senior night when we went to Boomers and it was like 3 a.m. and the whole class was lined up in like rows, and we would kind of have a minute to share like just something you appreciate about the other person, and then you would rotate. So it's supposed to be like everybody. There was a couple of those where it almost got me. I think one kind of did, but I don't know. That was the only time I really cried about leaving. Even though high school was a lot of fun, and I'm gonna miss, like, honestly, I'm gonna miss everyone. And that's a good transition into my third segment, friends. Dude, if you're watching this up to this point, like, dude, I'm gonna miss you. Like, I don't even know who you are, but I miss you. like look at me. I'ma miss you, man. I'ma miss you. Cause even, it's funny, cause I was talking to some of my friends about this. Even for people I don't see, like I never really interacted with at school, I still liked their presence around, and still liked knowing that they were around, because it just felt like a complete kind of like community, if that makes sense. It's like, okay, I can tell you what it's not like. It's not like that one episode of Gumball where the elephant lady, I think her name is Molly, like disappears from reality and no one notices for a while, and then they see like the lockers, the numbers don't count right. They see her house has really been ripped from existence and like folded on, so it's just not there anymore. It doesn't feel like that when I think about these people here, because they seriously, every person, I went to a small high school, every person in my high school played some part of my life, like had some sort of influence in who I am now, whether it was indirect or direct. And I didn't even talk to some of these people at all of these 4 years. Sorry, 2.5, because COVID. 2.5 is generous. 2 years. The 2 years. There's some people I didn't talk to once until like the last little thing that boomers that I just talked about. And even then, I can confidently say that I think everybody played a part in a way, because even like the little times I would, because I think I had classes with like everybody, and you know, I would share out with those people, and they would, you know, it would be a little moment. Anyway, I say all this to say, like, I am learning from my middle school, from my K through 8, like middle school graduation thing, because I stayed with a lot of those kids for 9 years, way longer than my high school. And I was crying my butt off, bro, when I got home. Like, oh my gosh, that hurts. But it's funny because I was a lot more sad then than I am now, which doesn't really make sense, because back then, like, your friends are at worst just going to another like high school in a different city. In my case, that was the worst. I think a couple kids went out the state, but I didn't really talk to those kids anyway. All my friends, none of them went to my high school, but they were all close enough, and I could still talk to them. Matter of fact, they got me through quarantine. You know who you are if you're watching this video. Like, you got me through quarantine. We would be on Discord, bro. We were Discord debutantes. I don't know what that word means. Hopefully it's not bad. No, but that was some of the most fun I think I've had late night. Like, delirious. Like, so late, it's like you just get delirious. Like, that's some of them. Like, I wish I had those moments recorded, but you know, I think somebody that, for those of you that don't know, which is all of you probably, I have a whole spam account that was dedicated to like documenting, I guess, some like really like key and funny moments from the last couple months of school, and I would kind of compose them like a only way I could describe it is like those videos on TikTok that are just random. They just play clips and sounds and memes. It's like that. That's the format I took, and I would put music over them that was speaking to me at the time. So it's like a double whammy for me, but for most people it's just like a cool little time capsule. It's the second time I've used that term. I've never used that term before. But yeah, if you're watching this, I don't know you in real life, I'm probably gonna see you during winter break, hopefully. Especially you, I want to say his name. We're gonna call him Burger King. You especially, my boy, because he was, hopefully I can say this legally, U.S. government, bro. Chill on me, bro. Chill. I'm not exposing one of your CIA agents now. But he left back in June, so like super early, super duper early. He was, because he went to a school that had a boot camp, and I started early. He went to the Navy. Chill, U.S. Chill, y'all, chill. And that means he has no access to like social media or like any way of contacting us. He did say he's gonna try to come back and maybe like see us during winter break. Hopefully that happens, but for this whole first year, he's not allowed any social media, which is like, wah, wah. The only way for us to contact him now is to like sending him a letter. But I don't know if he can like write back, so it's... Anyway, segment 3 was friends, right? I just did that one. Yeah, segment 4 is life and future. So this is, I don't know. I've rambled a lot more in this video than I kind of originally planned to. I feel like it's less of a checkpoint and more of like a video diary, which I guess is still like a checkpoint. Anyway, if you're still watching at this point, I'm assuming this has spoken to you in some way, which I think is really cool, because I would have loved to see a video like this at this time. And they might be out there, but I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I don't know if I'd want to watch one of these. That's why I'm making one. I'm a creator, not. Yeah, for life, like from this point on, dude, like, I don't know what's in store. I keep thinking, YouTube keeps pump faking me with like these random videos that get like a good amount of views, and then just right after, I get nothing. I say pump fake because like I mean, if you're new to my channel, I've been making videos since 5th grade, and like pretty consistently. There was a couple years in a row where I just didn't really post a lot, and then I got really back into it. And I got back into it like right after quarantine. Like that summer, got my whole motivation back, and ever since then, I've just been kind of making videos. I try to do it like weekly, but it's kind of slipped to monthly, and then there are times where there's like big gaps, but it's kind of consistent, and that's what matters, because it's just something that has been really fun for me for so long. And I mean, it would be dope to have like a career, or like make a living out of this. And I saw that it can be possible, because I have a couple of videos that have got a lot of views, like a 1 million view video, which I don't even, dude, I can't even count how many times I've been asked how much money did I make from that video, because it's too many times. I wish it wasn't like that video that blew up too, because it wasn't. I'm not here to rant about my YouTube channel. I know you are not here for that. You probably aren't here for that. But I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be so transparent and with y'all, because I feel like no one's watching at this point. But I've never had a girlfriend before. It's like my choice, but still, it's like something I'm conscious about. I'm like, I'm 18. I'm about to go into college, and I've never been in a relationship before. And I talk to my family about this all the time. Not like all the time, but I've had like a good handful of good conversations about this throughout the last couple of years, and they all kind of lead to the same place, where it's like it's because it's not your time yet, right? Like when it's your time to find the one, like you will know, and it should be good. Like, you don't want to force a relationship. Same way I don't want to force. I shouldn't have to force content on YouTube. And actually, I was doing that for a little bit. I was kind of forcing videos out just because I felt like I could do it to be popular, and that was my main motivation, and that wasn't good. The same way that the motivation behind finding a girlfriend was to like fit in and feel like included in things. Like, oh yeah, I've you know, I have a girlfriend too. I've kissed a girl before. Yeah, I've gone on a date before. Like, and I don't know, because there were times when where kids in grades younger than me would be like, "You haven't had a girlfriend before?" Shoot, that happened literally this summer at my job. I'm a summer camp counselor, and I'm working with like little K through middle school, and I had these. I think it was like these 5th or 6th graders come up to me like, "Have you had a girlfriend before?" I was like, "Nah," and they're like, "What? You want to get like?" They were all like surprised and stuff, and I never know how to take that. I mean, obviously, that sounds crazy. These little kids are making me really sensitive. Oh, they're getting on my nerves, I'm telling you. Like, it wasn't like a bad reaction. I just felt weird, because it's like, dang, these little kids got the same, like, warped reality and warped mindset that I do. I shouldn't have. Like, there's like an age that you need to have a girlfriend at, or a boyfriend at, significant other at, whatever. That's not true. It's not true. It's not true. Because, I mean, trust me, me out of, probably not anyone, but me out of most people would feel that pressure. Like, trust me when I say, I would feel that pressure more than probably anyone, maybe just most people. I'll probably feel it more than most people. Because my oldest sister, she met her now husband when they were like 14 or something. Obviously, that's not normal. That's extremely rare. All of this, the purpose of me saying all this is just don't let other people pressure you. Period. I don't know how old you are watching this video. I hope that speaks to you at any age, because it should. Peer pressure always has existed since kindergarten, bro. Like, that thing has always existed. But no, seriously, do not let people pressure you into doing things you do not want to do. And also, don't feel pressure, even if no one is directly making you do something and is straight telling you like you need to do this or else you're not cool. Don't feel pressure to do it. And again, it's a more also personal, which I know doesn't really matter because y'all aren't even watching at this point of the video. If you are, give me a high five. Yep, yes sir. See, I knew you were the real one because you watched this whole video, which I don't know how long it is because the recording's been 30 minutes, but you're still watching, so that's cool. Anyway, I'm gonna get personal again. I don't drink or smoke, and a lot of my friends do. A lot of people I know do. And that has always been another thing which I've felt, I'm getting better with it, with like not feeling as like, about it. Like, I still don't feel great about it, which I don't think I ever will, because I don't think I'll ever do it, even in college. But, you know, being around it so much and, you know, being friends with basically all my friends do it. I don't know, I just want to like share, like, if you're in a similar situation, just like stay true to yourself. Seriously. And that might be hard to do. And there might be times where you feel like it's not possible because you might get outed. You might get kicked out of a friend group. You might be made fun of publicly. You might fear that. I highly doubt that's going to happen. I can't say it's not going to happen, but that would be ridiculous. And if that does happen, that's not the group for you anyway. It's like, seriously. So, I don't know. This is a long video. Kind of too long. I don't know. I might remake this at some point. This is where I stand on all those 4 things. As of now, as of August. Is it the 11th? August 10th, maybe? August 11th or 10th, 2023. 2 weeks before I move in. Yeah. Thank you for watching. Bye.